Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Media Buff Podcast, the show about anything and everything media related. Ed here with my lovely wife, Jen.
Hello, guys.
The gang couldn't make it for this episode, so instead we decided to do a movie review of the latest slasher flick in the series of Scream 7.
As you can tell by my lovely
Attire, not mine though. I'm sporting My Hero Academia. Film came out on the 27th of February, so it's been out for quite a bit. This is going to be a spoiler review, so spoiler warning. We're going to break down basically the plot of the movie and kind of talk about why you should watch it, even though it got some pretty lousy reviews. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 31%, IMDb gave it a 5.9, and Metacritic gave it a 35%. So it got pretty low reviews compared to some of the other Scream films. And even the fans are kind of split on it, especially fans of the longtime fans. There's kind of, they didn't really like it all that much, and they had their criticisms, and we'll talk about that. But we'll also talk about why we're encouraging you to watch that film. But with that being said, let me do a quick breakdown on the synopsis of this one. Basically, we see Neve Campbell reprising her role as Sidney Prescott. She's living a quiet life in Indiana, Pine Grove, Indiana, with her husband, Mark, and her daughter, Tatum, who she actually names after Tatum from, which one was it?
It was the first one from the original. It was her best friend.
Her best
friend. Who was Dewey's sister.
Yeah.
Little sister.
Yep. And even though she finally has the pieces she's been wanting this entire time, another ghost face shows its face and makes
the call.
It makes the Scream Queen come out of retirement.
Yes.
The plot basically revolves around supposedly Matthew Lillard's character Stu coming back to life, or being reportedly back to life. The entire film revolves around him basically goading Sidney's character and trying to get her out of retirement to get revenge on the whole thing of him and his friend who tried to originally kill her.
This time he's targeting her daughter, who coincidentally happens to be 17, the same age that Sidney was when this whole thing started.
Yeah. The film basically breaks down like the original ones. Somebody gets killed in the beginning. The police get wind of it. Sidney then gets wind of it. At first, she thinks it's a coincidence, but then Stu himself reaches out to her and basically is starting to threaten her, telling her that she's going to kill everybody she loves, starting with her daughter. Lo and behold, a lot of murders happen. Tatum's friends immediately get targeted. One of them being Isabel May, who plays Tatum. She's the first one to get targeted, but technically her friend gets killed in the middle of a play rehearsal.
Yes.
And then from there, basically chaos ensues.
Yes. And while that case is going on, Tatum Evans, which is Sidney's daughter, is going through her own personal torment of living in her mom's shadow.
Yeah, basically, because at this point, Neve Campbell's character, Sidney Prescott, has written a book about the whole ordeal.
Well, she wrote that book, and they talk about it in Scream 4. She's doing a tour for it called Out of Darkness, where she talks about her trauma of everything that's happened up to 4. So the first 3 films. So she talks about all her trauma and overcoming it.
All the times people have tried to kill her, basically. Mark Evans, played by Joel McHale, if you're a Community fan, you know who he is, plays her husband and is also the chief of police. Basically is trying to, piece everything together while Sidney and Tatum are kind of having a bit of a mother-daughter crisis where Tatum is trying to get information from Sidney as to why this is happening. More about why she was named after her best friend and basically what to do about the situation. Sidney, on the other hand, being a mother now, is trying to protect her daughter, trying to keep her away from all that craziness that happened to her.
Yeah, because she wants her daughter to live a normal life.
Unsuccessfully, unfortunately.
Yeah, which happens to be, that's why they're going through the rough patch, because she doesn't want to talk about it and her daughter just wants to know more about it. But it's just, they can't meet in the middle.
No, they can't. Ultimately, the killer goes on a rampage and just slaughters Tatum's friends. I don't know the entire cast, but one by one, they literally all get slaughtered, including her boyfriend, played by Asa Germain. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Played by Lucas, who plays Lucas Bowen, who's the boyfriend in the
Mhm.
movie. Actually, two characters from a previous Scream also reprise their roles.
Mhm.
Mason Gooding and what was her name? The sister. Where is she?
Yes.
Right here.
Mhm.
No, is that her?
Yes, Mindy Meeks. So
Yeah, Mindy Meeks
Mindy Meeks,
and Chad
and Chad
Meeks.
Meeks, they're all related to. If you watch the first one, you know who Randy Meeks is.
Mhm.
So they are his niece and nephew.
Yeah, and Mason Gooding and Jasmine Savoy reprise their roles in the
Mhm.
and come back into this one
Mhm.
as Courtney Cox's, I guess you can call them
Assistants?
assistants
Yeah,
or
because
news crew.
yeah, they're like her new news crew now.
Yeah,
Chad does the camera, works the camera, and the other girl, I guess, is like
an
her,
understudy.
yeah, of Gail.
Yeah, Courtney Cox also reprises her role as Gail Weathers, the
Mhm.
titular reporter, always trying to get the first scoop and the first
Yeah.
inside of a developing story.
Yes. And does she make an entrance like she always does?
Yeah, I mean, for one, it's Courtney Cox, and at the same time, the
Yeah.
character Gail Weathers is a very prominent character who always makes her presence
Yeah.
known.
I will say this: one of the things that I liked about this film was how what was it? The music that they used.
Mm-hmm.
They used the same music that they did in the first one, and that they have consistently used in the different ones.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the parts, you know, the one where the Red Right Hand song.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
With a red big right hand. That song reprises its role again because was part of one of the films.
Yeah. So that's one of the things I really liked. It was it tugged really on nostalgia.
Oh yeah,
more than
super
anything.
nostalgia. Yeah.
And you think like by watching the first one that they're not gonna be able to, so like you went into that nostalgia, but this one definitely did it, and this is why one of the reasons why I think it doesn't deserve the backlash that it's getting necessarily.
Yeah, it's definitely okay. So for the record, the Scream movies were never out to be like these cinematic masterpieces. They never took themselves seriously. Maybe the first one, but that's only because it kind of revamped the slasher genre at the time.
Yes.
The Scream queen of cinema was Jamie Lee Curtis from Halloween.
Yes.
And when that franchise died out, it left a void, and Scream obviously decided to fill it.
Yeah, it took the mantle.
For
the 90s.
What made them stand out from all these other slasher flicks, like Friday, oh my God, Freddy's movies,
Nightmare on Elm Street,
and
Halloween.
Jason movies. What made them stand out is the fact that the killer was a human, and all these other films,
they've gone supernatural.
Some supernatural creatures, some revenant, some creature from hell, something undead thing that keeps coming back to life. But in these films, is a guy or a girl or somebody in a costume
or a group
seeking revenge. So usually two. There was three at one point, but nonetheless, this film was never supposed to be like, oh, this film is gonna win an award.
It's not only in the horror; it's horror comedy.
Yeah, very.
So like, there's a lot of lines. It's very memorable. With, there's characters that just have iconic lines, and when you hear them, you know who said that, and you know where it's from.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Yeah, I mean, even if you're not a fan of the slasher genre. The only reason I would invite you to watch this film, we would invite you to watch this film, is because one, if you watch the original, like Jen said, it's gonna make you remember that.
Yes.
They relied heavily on like whoever watched the original one is gonna get a lot of callbacks to that film when they watch this one, and I think that's part of the reason people criticized it, because they were like, oh, you're just rehashing all the old stuff, bringing Nev back, bringing. Gail Weathers back.
But they did it in a way where they used today's technology to create, you know, the suspense, and then you're finally wondering, well, who is the Ghostface killer? You know, because there's always usually more than one.
Yeah, if anything, that's what the film kind of started to become,
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out who the killer is before it's revealed.
Yes,
And that's
and that's
something
part of the fun. That's
that
part
is
of
part
the
of the
fun
fun.
of these films.
It
That's
makes
why
for
I
a good
watched them.
drinking game.
That's why I watched them. You know.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not, oh, it's the best film out there.
No.
But that's the thing about the Scream films. They don't
Mhm.
try to be.
And a good thing that they did also was that there's a little part of each of those movies,
What do you mean?
of each of the Scream movies. The 1, 2, 3, all the ghost faces of the past make an appearance.
Oh yeah, like at one point or another, you're gonna get a callback to a previous killer from one of the movies, whether it's Billy Loomis's niece becoming
No, Billy Loomis's daughter.
daughter. Yeah,
That we
daughter
didn't
in
know
Scream.
existed.
Was it Scream 5?
Yeah, that was Scream 5.
Yeah.
Scream 5 was about her.
Yeah, yeah. It's just one of those
And
franchises.
6. 5 and 6.
One of
were
those
about her.
franchises that don't take it too seriously. It's not here to impress you, but
Yes.
it is for you to watch at least once and have fun with it. Whether it is trying to figure out who the killer is,
Mhm.
we're not gonna go in. We're gonna go and opt out and not spoil that part.
Mhm.
Personally, I thought that was part of the kind of the weaker part of the movie because they kind of did that in Scream 6 or was it Scream 5?
Oh, it's been done in 5.
Yeah, so
In 5.
if you watch one of those, you'll probably be like, "Oh, they kind of already did that." So I
Yes.
can understand that kind of criticism. And
Yes.
again, we understand why the movie's criticized. And again, it's not trying to be
Yeah.
an award-winning film. It just wants you to reminisce
Yes.
the good old days in the '90s of
Yes.
of
good slashers.
a good yeah. And for the record, the original Scream did really well.
Yes, it did.
It redefined the genre according to Metacritic and according to Rotten Tomatoes. It was #1 at the box office for quite a bit,
Hmm.
and people were genuinely scared by it. Now,
And
it's,
that year, costumes of Ghostface were everywhere.
oh yeah, that's all you saw, kids in Halloween during that year.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet we'll probably see some people dressing up as Ghostface this year again,
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
especially people who did genuinely enjoy the film, which I
Yes.
did. Jen did too. You know, she's a huge fan.
Yeah,
by the way.
I am a huge.
She's
fan.
watched them all. She knows them by
And
heart.
I watch Scream on repeat, like you have no idea.
Yeah, she knows the characters.
Yes.
She knows the soundtrack.
Yeah, and I will give fans this. The character development on the friend group of Tatum's friend group was not great.
Yeah, we don't even remember.
Yeah, they
were one-off.
yeah, like
That was one of the big criticisms.
yes, and I mean I'll give it to you. I'll give you that point. I would have liked to know a little bit more about each of them, like why they're so close and everything, because that's what happened with the original crew. With the original crew, we knew them off the bat. You know, they were pretty memorable with their
Mhm.
lines, with the way they executed the character. Here, there were some that I just like. Who was that?
Yeah, who did he kill right now? Spoiler alert: they all die, except Tatum, obviously.
Mhm.
One thing I will say about the film, it feels like they are trying to pass the baton to a new series of characters.
Yes.
Tatum being one of them, you know, because she's Neve Campbell's, she's Sidney Prescott's
Yes.
daughter,
Yes.
and this will probably give the opportunity for a new set of characters to come in, take over the franchise,
Mhm.
develop new stories. I don't know what they'll do next. I
Yes.
mean, Scream 6 felt like it was trying to be a supernatural one,
Yes.
but it turned out just to be 3 people this time. But
And again, it's a plot of revenge.
it's always a plot.
Yeah.
No, well, that's not true. That's not true. There's a couple plots where, like, it's either because they were fans and they wanted to try to kill Sydney, like, who gets to kill the Scream Queen.
Preparing for sport.
Yeah, for sport.
For
and then there's one where,
bragging rights have been.
yeah, bragging rights. And then there's one where it's the mom literally getting revenge on her son, which, you know,
Well, that's understandable.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I digress.
Even then, if your son is crazy
Yeah.
and trying to kill somebody.
I think this movie is definitely at least one watch.
Hmm.
If you don't want to see it in theaters, wait till it comes out on streaming. It shouldn't take that long. But if you're looking at something to watch during this summer,
Hmm.
like if you want to at least laugh and maybe even grossed out a little bit, because
Yeah.
there are some scenes that got
Yes.
gore. They did go a little hard on the gore in this one. I will say that.
Yes.
And normally I'm not too fond of it, but they got a little practical with the kills. They try to like up the ante, like how can we get this? How can we
Yes.
kill this guy?
Mhm.
But I felt like they relied a little too much on the gore. They went heavy on the gore in this one. Like,
Yes, they did.
one particular scene shows a girl, her entrails literally getting splattered all over the.
But that's a trope on like all of them.
Yeah,
Almost
but
all of
the way they went and
Yeah,
just showed it in detail.
it was yeah. Well, I mean, it was almost in detail in the first one when they killed what was her name's character?
Um, Sarah Michelle Gellar's character,
Casey Becker.
Casey. Yeah,
Casey Becker, when they killed Casey Becker.
yeah, that was pretty graphic.
Hmm.
But this one, they straight up were like, let's make this into a Chainsaw
Yeah,
Massacre
which
style.
was
Which, I mean, I feel like almost all movies are going down that route because if they're not gonna be able to scare you, they're at least gonna give you shock value,
Mhm.
which this one had quite a bit of it. Shock
Yes.
value in this one was like, I found myself going like, ugh, a lot.
Yes.
Like especially one particular scene where, okay, the person's already dead,
Hmm.
and then they add injury to insult by having something happen to him
Hmm.
after he had died, which is just like, oh, that's not right.
Yeah.
It just reminds me.
But you know what another good thing is? That Sydney's partner doesn't die. Her love interest doesn't die in this one.
Oh yeah, Joel McHale.
Yeah.
He lives. He makes it out in the movie. And if you know anything about the Scream movies, you
Mhm.
know that love interest always died.
Yes.
David Arquette's character Dewey gets killed in 6. Unfortunately, Courtney Gail Weathers has to mourn him.
Yes. He died in 5, I believe.
Oh, I think it was 6. Oh no, yeah,
Yeah,
he did die in 5.
five,
He did die in
and
5.
6 was on
Yeah,
the bottom.
and of course, Sydney's love interest in 3 dies.
They died in the second one and the third, obviously in the first one. But yeah, she finally at least gets to keep her husband.
Well, considering he's the chief of police, I like to think
And he's pretty tough. So I like the fact that they gave her,
He's Joel McHale. He's
a
a pretty
tough
tough customer.
character.
Like I like the casting for Joel McHale
Yeah.
as his husband, Mark
Mhm.
Evans. It was pretty on point because if you know who Joel McHale is, the guy is like 6'4", like
Mhm.
like almost 220. Like he's
Yes.
stacked. He's
Yes.
built. Considering his age, which is like almost 55, I think he's like pushing 50. He's still in like phenomenal shape.
Yes.
And even though they make it, there's a scene where like he goes down in like a really punk manner,
Mhm.
he still survives. He manages to survive, so they makes him a pretty tough hombre.
Yes.
But as far as criticism goes,
Yes.
probably like the character, Tatum's friends, I didn't care.
No, and then also another point is like I know this is like trauma happening to her daughter, as it obviously did throughout the movie. But she gets to understand her mom better, which is giving like in a twisted way, like they bonded.
They bond over.
They bond
The
over
killings.
that, and I feel it brought them closer. And so that is a good way of passing the baton to her, because now she will be prepared. Now she knows what her mom faced all her life, and so now at least she will be prepared,
Yeah.
if anything like this should happen again.
And we had actually talked about what would be a good plot for the next one. We can have Tatum go to college, and then they rehash kind of like part 2.
You wanted to rehash part
Like
two?
not in the way that it's Billy Loomis's parents coming back
Yeah.
for revenge.
Yes.
But let's say somebody who either died because of her mom, or someone that got killed because of her mom, seeks
Yes.
revenge and tries to kill her. And then all these craziness ensues.
Yeah, and then maybe you could start adding like
New characters. Yeah.
new characters, better development.
Well, we have at least two kind of semi-permanent characters that are still in the
Oh
movies.
yeah, that is the Randy's niece and nephew.
Chad and Mindy Meeks.
Yes.
We definitely want to see them again.
Oh yeah, they were by far my favorites.
Well, they're funny.
Yeah, they are. They're very memorable.
And the whole Meeks bloodline shines with them.
Yes.
Because they're very into the whole like, we need to figure out who the killer is. They were summing everybody up who could be the serial
I really
killer.
like that they left that Randy lives through them, and I love that that
they did a good job at that. Yeah,
that it went ahead and kept Randy alive through them.
Yeah, plus together they're really funny.
Yeah, well, they're supposed to be twins.
They're supposed to be twins, and they like play off of each other. They're constantly bickering.
Yes,
and both of them making their assumptions of like who could the killer be. Yeah. Obviously, one of them saying it's obviously got to be the boyfriend because it was always the boyfriend.
Yes.
Spoiler alert: it wasn't the boyfriend. It was one of the few times it was.
One of the few times, yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, some of the other friends were kind of lackluster. One in particular, was it him? Right, Sam Richter, Ben Brown. He's like a kid obsessed with Sidney Prescott. And he's a little weird, and they kind of even hint at it that he might be the killer because of just how obsessed he is with her. Well, he's trying to lure her into his podcast.
It's never the obvious one.
No, it's never the obvious.
There's at least, I feel like there's at least one obvious one when you watch these movies.
There always is, but
this was to me felt too obvious.
Yeah. Yes. Like I think you said you've kind of figured it out like 90% of the movie, right?
Yeah.
Like right before they.
Yeah.
She figured out one of them.
I figured out the mastermind.
Yeah. She figured out one of them, and then we knew we couldn't figure out who the partner was.
Like right away, I was like, I know.
And then when it was revealed, I was like, oh, really? Oh, okay.
You were disappointed by it?
Well, they like I said, they went the route that they did with 5. It was fans. It wasn't even somebody really with a motive to kill them.
Yeah, but I don't know. I personally, I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it either. I'm just saying, like, well, it's been done already. Like, at this point, they've run out of people who want to kill Sidney Prescott, which is why you need to toss the baton to Tatum. Mm-hmm. Like, there's going to be people pissed at the fact that...
Of what happened now.
Mm-hmm. They're going to want to seek revenge on her. Yeah. And the cycle continues.
Well, yeah.
It's a cycle. Yeah. But that's how you get new Scream Queens.
Yes.
And Tatum did Actually, I did like Tatum. Like, at first she was a little annoying, but I keep forgetting, she's a teenager.
Yes.
Teenage angst. She has an attitude problem.
Plus, like, you keep forgetting, like, she is at an awkward age, teenagers, and trying to figure out who they are. But also, like, it's not easy being in your mom's shadow.
Especially being Sidney Prescott's daughter.
Has the life that she had, like it's hard to get, because you're trying to be you, you're not trying to be so-so's daughter, you're trying to be you, and it's hard to do that when people keep saying, but you're her daughter, we expect more from you.
There's actually a scene that says that too.
Which I thought
they're doing dress rehearsal for a play.
Yeah,
I forget I think it's Peter Pan. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And Tatum is playing a character of was it a bear or something?
It's a dog.
It's a dog. She's wearing a dog costume, and she messes up her line, not her line, her cue, I think, and trips and causes a whole mess. And then the director straight up says, like, "You're Sidney Prescott's daughter. I expected better from you." I want to punch him.
Yeah, that's what I just. That's like uncalled for.
I'm like, you don't say that to a child. Come on.
Yeah. Well,
like, especially a child with a mother like that. She probably could have kicked his ass. Yeah. Like as Gail. Yeah. Like she's gotten her right.
And then like I also kept forgetting that. That's right. Sidney's character liked to be on stage before.
Well, she was in part 2.
And she tried to do it again.
She was trying to do stage. Yeah. And that's another callback from the movie, the whole theater thing. She's also a theater kid like her mom was in college.
Yeah, and also the fact that she found the famous leather jacket that she wore in the second one.
Yeah, which is an interesting scene when you see it, because at first, unless you've seen the film, you don't really know what's going on. But then, if you recall the scene, the particular scene from part 2,
Hmm.
you know why Sydney was hesitant of seeing her daughter wear that particular item.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like seeing your like past, like literally just like
Yeah. It cut her off guard.
yeah. But I mean, that's basically what the film is. It's a callback to a lot of the previous films.
And that's why I enjoyed it.
It's a big nostalgia bait, but it's a fun nostalgia bait. Like
Yes.
you're gonna laugh, you're gonna be like, "Oh, really?"
Yeah, it's almost 2 hours long, but it does not feel like it.
Yeah, runtime is an hour 54 minutes, which is pretty long for a
Yes.
stream, for a slash flick. But it didn't feel like that. Like the pacing of the film, a lot of people said it felt rushed, or was it
They said it had poor pacing.
poor pacing? But I felt like everything was moving according to the way that it should.
Yeah.
One particular thing I like is that they give you a red herring like right in the beginning of the film, where they reveal the killer right away.
Mhm.
But again, it's never that simple. It's never like
No.
and even they were like, "There's no way this guy orchestrated all this," and they
Yes.
continue with their investigation. Gail was
Yes.
like, "No, it's not that guy.
Yeah,
Let me
because-
figure it out."
Well, they lived it, so they know what happened.
Yeah.
To
Yeah,
Stu,
plus-
so they
And plus, Randy told them.
Plus, for any fans out there, because I know that everybody's debating if Stu Marker is alive, you definitely get your answer in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people will still go on Reddit like, "No,
Yeah, I know.
like this changes everything."
No,
because
it's because you know why people thought, I didn't even know this until earlier today, that people thought the Stu Marker was alive because they showed some audiences that he survived at the end of the film. But
Yeah,
since
there's-
they got negative backlash, they removed that ending completely.
yeah, when the film originally released, they added a post-credit scene
Yes.
where it shows Billy taking
No, Stu.
Stu pushing the TV off his head because that's how he dies.
Mhm.
Spoiler from a 25-year-old movie. And they show him running away.
Yes.
It didn't do well with test audience, so they cut that
Hmm.
and they got rid of the post-credit scene.
Yeah, but people still held on to the hope that he
Yeah,
was
like,
alive.
I saw that original cut
Yeah.
and he's alive.
Mhm.
If you on Reddit now, they're still arguing about it.
Yeah, but this does a good thing about putting that to rest. Finally.
So you finally get your answer, although
Yes.
I'm pretty sure people on Reddit are still gonna argue about
Yeah.
it. But yeah, that's that's it in a nutshell. Definitely go watch it, folks.
Mhm.
If you don't want to pay for it, wait till it comes out on streaming. It shouldn't take that long. It'll probably be on HBO Max.
Mhm.
I will definitely say it's a solid 5, maybe a 6.
Mhm.
You know, it's but again, these films aren't looking to
Yeah,
be.
for me, it ranks it higher.
Yeah,
For me, it ranks a 7.
yeah,
I would give it a 7.
like the status and who like. Do you think like they'll make more Screams after this, or you think they'll like end it there?
I'm actually curious to see Tatum take the mantle.
I am too. I feel like give the girl a good script,
Yeah.
a good cast behind her, and then we'll get the whole thing running all over again. You know,
Yes.
like rehash the entire
Yeah,
franchise all over
yeah.
again, and get like 5 more out of her.
Yeah.
Scream 12. You know, Sydney's like
Well, I enjoy,
pushing 60.
I enjoy those films. So if they could do it that way, pass on the mantle, you know?
Mhm.
Because, I mean, the ending pretty much for me solidifies that that's what happened. But I guess we'll figure out if and when they make the next one.
Yeah. But that's going to do it for this episode, folks. This particular episode is brought to you by Maono, the WM620 series wireless microphones. If you're looking to do recording of any type of audio, hands-free, completely wireless, but still pretty clear studio quality audio, definitely check these out. They are on sale at the moment, and if you use code word MediaBuff, you can get an additional 10% off. So definitely check that out. And as always, if you're watching us on YouTube, give a like, subscribe to the channel, comment below. Let us know if you watched the film. Let us know what you think about it. If you're on Spotify, please do the same. You can reach us at MediaBuff on Instagram. Let us know what you think about it as well. We can have a conversation.
Yeah.
Definitely would want to hear your opinion on that. Yeah. So, as always, we will talk to you next time.
Bye. And stay safe out there.
Are you scared? You ain't scared, are you?